Detroit Sports Network, home for your Michigan sports.
Welcome to Detroit Sports Network. I'm your host, T. Sims, and I'm here with
Terry Mitchell.
T-Mitch. A lot of people know him around the semi-pro community. Hey, thank you for joining us.
Oh, no problem, man.
Thank you
Appreciate
for having
you guys
us.
for having me, man.
Yeah, somebody we really wanted to catch up with from the west side of the state. Tell them where we at right now, T-Mitch.
We at Godwin Heights Middle School. This is a school that I coach and I teach at in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
All right. When we walk into the room, it say T-Mitch on the room. So that's staples from that college education, I would assume.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
All right. Detroit Sports Network, if you haven't been watching, what we're trying to do is just give back to the community. We're trying to give exposure to semi-pro, high school, and little league kids. Get them in front of the camera, get their highlights up, especially in a year like this with the corona. You know, you got half football, half in, half not. So it's a good year to give people a lot of exposure and a lot of different things. So again, from Detroit Sports Network, thanks for coming.
No problem.
We're going to dive right in. The reason we're here, the reason we wanted to meet you, because you done played a lot of football. You've been around a lot of places. So first, a lot of times we talk about football to kind of stop with guys. We're going to talk about your education first.
Okay.
You here, what's your title at the school?
I'm a youth development coordinator.
Okay, all right.
So basically what I do is the kids that are having trouble in classes, they send them to me and I try to get them on the right track and stuff like that. So usually I deal with a lot of the knuckleheads.
All right,
You know.
and you got a degree?
Got a degree, yep.
Where did you get your degree from?
At Grand Valley State Education.
Grand Valley. Grand Valley right here. So you was a result from going to Grand Valley, getting your degree.
Get my degree.
Now we're here, got a good job, got his own classroom. So good message early for the kids. So what's the highest level of football you've played?
Washington Redskins in NFL 2007. I did got invited to minicamp, impressed the coaches. They brought me back in for OTAs. For those who don't know what OTAs is organized team activities. So they brought me in for that. I did really good. So they kept me, and I ended up playing in one preseason game. Then I ended up getting injured.
Okay, who you play against?
Oh man, I hate telling this story, but I gotta tell it. We were scrimmaging the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Ravens.
So
I had a slant, and when I caught the slant, all I saw was 52, and I just dropped.
For real?
Yeah. And he grabbed my shoulders like, "Little buddy, I ain't gonna do nothing to you." It was Ray Lewis.
Oh, that's sweet.
So,
you love them slants.
Yeah.
Slants
I'm a big receiver, so I
Right.
don't mind going across the middle. You know, T.O. is my favorite receiver. You know. So,
Yeah.
I don't mind going across the middle.
You are a big fella. And I'm glad we cleared up that rumor, because a lot of times you be going to play guys, you be like, oh man, he played in the NFL somewhere. Mm-hmm. You don't know if it's true or not, semi-pro, but I did hear about that. So Washington Redskins played the game, got to play against Ray Lewis. That's good. That's a great experience.
Yeah.
Semi-pro, I would relate to probably like Division II football, meaning the talent scale is so, you'll have one guy who's an NFL player, then you'll have another guy in semi-pro who might have just started playing football their whole life. So you just never know what you're walking into when you walk into games. So a lot of people who don't know about semi-pro don't see those weak teams and unorganized teams and think that's how it is, because you can run into a team like, you know, T-Mitch or somebody else, run into some ex-NFL guys. So that's good. That's good. Tell me, how was the training camp and everything? How was it just being in a Washington Redskins uniform?
The crazy thing about that whole situation was that situation wasn't ideal. I worked out with the Browns, Cleveland Browns. I ran a 4.29 40, 4.3 140, and he was like, if you're on the board by the 6th round, we're gonna take you. Didn't get that call. Around the 6th round came, I got a call. I missed the call. They called for those youngins that don't know, back then we had the house phone.
Right.
So we had the cordless phone.
Right.
So they called the cordless phone. We couldn't find it. Me and my coach and his wife was looking for the phone. We couldn't find the phone. They didn't call my cell phone. About 15 minutes later, we found the phone. I don't know where it was at, but we found that it did start 69. Found out it was a facility for the Philadelphia Eagles. Couldn't get in contact with them, so I called my agent, told him what happened. He's pissed at me, you know, because I missed a call. So I finally got in touch with the organization. It was the Philadelphia Eagles. I told the guy who I was. He was like, yeah, we wanted you. We was going to take you in the 6th round, but you didn't answer the phone, so we're going to go with somebody else.
Wow.
That's how fast
Right.
Stuff move.
Wow.
I wasn't. I guess I wasn't ready for the opportunity. I mean, that when it presented itself, I wasn't ready because I didn't answer the phone. So right after that happened, draft was over with. The next day at like 7 a.m., I got a call from the Redskins asking me, did I sign with anybody? I said no. They was like, what's the closest airport? I said Detroit Metro. They said, okay, we're gonna put you on the flight. Come to DC. And I was on the flight by 9:30.
God's plan.
God's plan.
That's how it works. That's good. That's good. How's gauging the talent level? I mean,
man, the talent level was ridiculous. I mean, they got guys out there 245, 250, running 4.35 40s. Even the lineman was fast. I mean, I remember seeing a guy by the name of Mike Sellers, fullback, 6'2", 280, and could move like a wide receiver.
Right.
I remember Sean Taylor. Crazy story about Sean Taylor is I never really seen him without his helmet, his helmet on. So every day at special teams meeting, I would sit by him and didn't know that was Sean Taylor.
Huh.
So one day we was in practice doing one-on-ones, and he got in front of me, and all I saw was my reflection in that mirror visor he always wear.
Right.
And I freaked out. That's crazy. I freaked out. I'm an NFL player myself, but I freaked out because that was Sean Taylor. Yeah. And I was like, man, that's Sean Taylor. I played with you on Mac.
Right.
And I ended up getting in trouble for that. And they made me run. They made me run for that. Yeah.
Sean Taylor, rest in peace, Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor was an animal.
He was an animal.
Like you say, them some freak of natures you out there with.
Yeah.
He huge, big, and fast.
Yeah.
So where did you go to? Where did you get drafted from, or potentially get drafted? What college did you go to?
I was at Grand Valley State.
Grand Valley State. For how many years did you play?
2 years at Grand Valley.
2 years, and out of those 2 years, what you got? Some hardware.
28-0, and 2 national championship rings.
28-0. Wow, 2 national championships, and I can assume that you excel.
Yeah.
What was your best year?
My best year was in my first year of junior college.
Okay.
First year of junior college, I had 87 catches for 1,400 yards and 18 touchdowns.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna get to the junior college. Tell me your best year
at Grand Valley.
Yeah.
My best year at Grand Valley was my senior year. I had 28 catches for 647 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, that's good. And you came from junior college, so you got a good path that you can tell some people. It didn't go directly.
Right. Yep.
You went to junior college, got a scholarship.
Got a scholarship.
To Grand Valley,
Yep.
got your degree.
Yep.
Then God's plan led you to Washington.
I had a bunch of roadblocks coming through that path because I signed with Michigan out of high school.
Okay.
Then they wanted me to Prop 48. I really didn't know too much about Prop 48. I just knew I wasn't going to be playing, and me being the talented guy that I thought I was back then, I was like, I'm not sitting out for nobody. So they was like, well, okay, you can not come here. And they took my scholarship away.
Wow. So you did all that. You had eyes on you from Michigan University. From what high school?
Port Huron High School.
Port Huron High School. So look at your path. You grew up in Port Huron?
I grew up in Alabama. Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah.
When did you move to Port Huron?
I moved to Port Huron. I was originally born in Port Huron. I moved when I was 5. Then I moved back to Port Huron when I was 16.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's why you big, still got that speed and strength. That's that country you went and got that Alabama cooking, Alabama training and beefed up. Okay, so you had maneuvers all through your path. So
4 different high schools, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
But you must have really got off at Port Huron.
Yeah, I really did my thing at Port Huron. They really embraced me. So.
Okay. And what position were you playing in high school?
Wide receiver and safety.
Okay. So that's where the safety came from in the championship game 2013 from Tuskegee.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So NFL wasn't your only professional career. Tell us about your other professional experiences that you had.
When the NFL didn't work out, I was still trying to get my foot in the door, so I tried a couple, CFL tryouts. They went all right. Then I did a couple stints I was with the Colorado Crush, or the AFL, the original AFL.
Right.
And then ended up getting released from that. That was the first time I ever figured out that teams bring you in for just a body.
Right.
So that was my first time experiencing that. So no matter how good I did, they weren't looking at me anyway. They just
Right.
needed a body. So I left from that. Ended up going to it was a team in Port Huron, my hometown, called the Port Huron Predators. I played with them, and then they eventually folded, like around week 7. Then a year later, they came back with the Port Huron Patriots.
Okay.
So
And that's where you excelled at.
yeah,
So Port Huron, how many years did you play?
I played 1 year Port Huron Patriots.
Okay.
Port Huron Patriots.
And I can remember people talking about, playing with you at Port Huron. That created a lot of relationships. A lot of the Port Huron Pirates is semi-pro guys who
Yep.
went off to other teams.
Yep.
A couple guys on my team, a couple guys that I personally knew. So you got a lot of football experience, man. A lot of experience. Tell me what you're doing now with football.
Right now, I'm playing with the West Michigan Patriots.
Okay.
We 4-0 right now. We in the BGFL. It's a good thing that we still playing amidst this COVID situation because a lot of teams are not playing. Also, I coach. I coach at the high school, Godwin Heights High School, which was bittersweet because they canceled. They postponed our season to the spring, which kind of pissed me off because they waited until we handed out shoulder pads and then they told us the season was postponed. So kids was bummed about that.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of sad about that in that situation.
That broke all of our hearts.
Yeah.
I mean, I coach high school ball also, and it crushed the kids, crushed myself.
Right.
So we're just trying to think of things to do, tell them to work out, stay in
Right.
shape and everything.
Right.
I'm finding that a lot of the players that played a lot of ball, they are branching off in coaching, and that's good.
That's good.
That's good that a lot of the good players is playing also, because now we can give that back to the kids, and you can tell them all your experiences, and you got to share that with your kids, man. Went to junior college, went to Division II, and still got an opportunity to see the NFL. You hear about that a lot. What do you think about it's guys now that's not just taking the big schools? They're going to Division IIs, Division I AA's, black colleges. How do you feel about that now? And how do you feel about them still having an opportunity to go, to the next level from those schools?
Right. I mean, I love it, man, because if you work hard, the opportunity gonna present itself to you. I mean, even if it's a Division I, it's an opportunity. The Division II is an opportunity. The Division III is an opportunity to get looked at. So I
Right.
mean, if you have that talent, it's going to find you. A scout is going to find you. I mean, all you got to do is just work hard.
Yeah. And my message to the kids is get the degree.
Get the degree.
Anywhere you can stay grounded, you can go, you can get a scholarship and get your degree and set you up for life.
Right.
I mean, everybody can't make it to the NFL.
Right.
The blessed make it, but if you don't, get your degree, now you can have an office like this with your name outside the room. All right, so when did you start semi-pro?
Started semi-pro 2009.
2009.
2009. That was with it was a team out of Sonia, Ontario called the Sonia Imperials. I played with a guy by the name of PJ Jackson, linebacker. He played with the Gators in the
Port Huron.
Port Huron in the Mercenaries.
Yeah.
Yep. And then after our season was over with, we went over and played with the Mercenaries. That's when I first met Jose Cannon and all those guys and stuff like that. And then 2009 was my first year playing semi-pro.
2009. So you're a vet.
Yeah,
10-year vet. 10-year plus.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk to somebody from the West.
Okay.
We want to know, the board and a lot of the talks in Michigan semi-pro is dominated by Detroit.
Right.
I'm from Detroit, so I can say we are the majority. Tell us, we want to know some of your views from the west side of the state. After that, you went to Muskegon, right?
No, Forest, 2012 Forest.
Forest, okay. What did y'all do that year?
We went 15-0 and won the Natty.
National championship. 2012, because it was the same year we went 17. I think y'all was 14-0.
14-0.
Yeah, but I'll let you slide.
Still undefeated.
13-14. Y'all had a good year, but we were ranked #1. So I remember we was kind of on a crash course against each other, and then you went 2013 to Muskegon.
Nope, crazy. This is crazy, man. This is a crazy story. That's when we first got into the GMFL, which was a good league. Everybody was complaining about it back then, but it was a good league.
It was.
So I was with the Thunder.
Okay.
And at the time, like the majority of the guys that played with the Force, they went to Muskegon to form the Muskegon Mustangs.
Okay.
So all them was my dudes and stuff like that. So I was cool with the coach for the Thunder. I was like, I'll play for you. So at the time, I didn't know if the GMFL had that rule. If you sign your contract, that's it. You playing for that team the rest of the year.
Right.
Even if you pay your dues. So I paid my dues. And then like just the atmosphere wasn't good for me, man.
Right.
You know, a person that been used to like playing organized football and not hearing the players cuss the coaches out and stuff like that. And what did it for me was we played the Ravens.
Okay.
At Birmingham Groves.
Okay.
And my boy Leo, receiver, he broke his leg that game. And then when he broke his leg, one of the backup receivers was like, "Yes, now I can get some playing time."
Wow.
And I was like, "No, I don't need this team. I don't need to be a part of."
Right.
So I went up to the owner, man. The man was like, "Hey, Tony, man, you know me, a number of respect." I was like, I don't feel like playing with you no more. I was like, can you like send me to the Muskegon? And he was like, okay. So he called Matt. It was crazy. I don't know if this ever happened before, but Matt made the owner of Muskegon pay Tony. So they paid to have me released
Out the contract.
even though I paid
Right.
my dues. They made him pay him, I think it was $100 or $150 for them to even get me.
So you know this guy, big name. He getting contract negotiations and semi-pro.
So I did that. It was one of the best decisions ever that I made. I think we lost to the Gators. I didn't play that game because Max still was tripping, wouldn't let me play.
Okay.
And then week 5, that's when I played, and that's when we went on. We beat you guys in the playoffs.
Muskegon.
Yeah, we beat you guys
2013.
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We beat you guys in the playoffs. Mike threw that pick 6. I don't know what was wrong with him. And then we beat some team from St. Louis in the championship.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That was
Midwest
Chargers.
Had a good running back, number 20.
Yep. Midwest
Yeah.
Chargers. Yep.
Yeah. And what you do in that championship game?
I had 3 interceptions,
3 interceptions.
pick 6, and a couple big hits.
3 interceptions, pick 6. Man, that's a big game in the championship.
Championship game. That's what that trophy is from.
So I was gonna say, if somebody didn't believe you, you know what I'm saying, we got a little hardware. The GMFL did it big. Championship game MVP. I got one of these too.
That's what's
2012.
up, man.
But
That's what's up, man.
yeah, that's big, man. That's great. You can show your kids everything, your grandkids one day, all those awards and accolades. So then we played in 13 with the Thunder. Y'all had a good receiving corps. Watkins,
Yep.
Leo, and you.
Yep.
Then we played in 13 the Ravens. I'm saying I know we faced y'all. And then 14,
Yep.
Ravens versus Force had a shootout, a good game. You was with the Force in 14, right? You scored a touchdown fade.
Yep. That was a big up to TJ Upshaw. What is he doing now, man? Yeah.
TJ Upshaw singing, about to be a superstar.
He R&B
singing
singer.
and R&B, yeah.
Yeah, we always had some battles against him, man. So
Yeah. Okay. So you played your semi-pro. You had a good semi-pro career, good college career, everything. Got a chance to touch the NFL, and you're currently playing with the West Michigan Patriots. So good career. We want to know, one of the things that we end with Detroit Sports Network is your top 5 players that you played against in semi-pro.
Okay.
Sorry, we're gonna break it up. We're gonna go 3 in semi-pro and 2 anywhere else because you played so many other places.
Okay.
So who's your top 3 players you played against in semi-pro?
In semi-pro.
Yeah.
Man. Semi-pro. Pro man that I played against.
Yeah.
Offense, defense, it don't matter.
Anything. Top 3 players that come to mind.
All right, my first dude, I'm gonna say Jose.
Jose
Morris.
Morris.
He's a game changer at that receiver position. Like,
Man.
and he's a good DB.
Yeah.
Say Jose, man, Monte Collins.
Monte Collins is a
Yeah,
beast.
because I played against him when I was with the Force. 2015, I think. Yeah, DeMonte Collins is a beast. I'm gonna have to put you in that category as a linebacker. Man, probably one of the most intelligent linebackers I ever went against. So
That's an honor. That's an honor.
And I played with some nice linebackers.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna give you that now right there for semi-pro. Yeah.
So I hope you're not just saying that because I'm sick.
No.
I'm gonna take it. Hey, look, I'm gonna take Detroit Sports Network. I'm taking it regardless of if I'm sitting here or not.
I mean, I'll say you and
Jose, Monte, and T. Sims is the top 3 in semi-pro. Now, you went to a highly talented Division II. You played Arena and NFL. Who was the top 2 players any other level that you played against?
Give me top 2?
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, if you want to throw another one in there, that's fine.
Top 2. I'm gonna go for corners. I'm gonna go with Carlos Rogers.
Okay. You had some battles with Carlos Rogers.
Man, talking about he can. If he gets his hands on you, you ain't getting off of him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Carlos Rogers. I'm gonna go with Brandon Carr.
Brandon Carr.
Yep.
Okay. Brandon Carr and Carlos
DBs.
Rogers.
I'm gonna go with DBs.
There you have it. All right. And I'm going to go one more. Now, you did name DeMonte Collins. You named Jose.
Mm-hmm.
You play receiver. You play receiver a lot. So, obviously, you know about your craft. Give me another receiver. Maybe underrated. Just a receiver that you like.
Man. Can I give you 2?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I like Man. Like I remember when I first played, he wasn't the star that he is now.
Right.
Man, which is his name, Jamarcus.
Yeah.
He came a long way, and then I like the little young bull, is it Melly Holmes?
Yeah.
I like the young bull Melly.
So, Ramel Holmes from the Hurricanes, now currently a Detroit Raven.
Okay. Yeah.
And Man Jamarcus Martin from Muskegon, wore number 2. The famous game, he wore number 47 against us. We didn't know who he was for the first touchdown. He had 4 touchdowns against us in the shootout. We won, but that boy good. All right. Hey, I appreciate you. We're wrapping it up with Detroit Sports Network. Thank you, like I said, for hosting us in your hometown, currently in your home school. We appreciate you.
No problem. Thanks for coming up, man.
Yeah.
Detroit Sports Network, home for your Michigan sports.